Peace. And this is World War Wrestling. I'm recording AEW Rampage 119 2024. And man, after just getting watching like SmackDown, I felt like it was like have you ever like ate something like really gross, like really nasty, or like you woke up and like you had a pretty good dream, your mouth was like all dry and shit. It was kind of like that. And then like watching SmackDown was just so. Thank you, baby. Do you have the sauce? Okay, I still appreciate you. And it's like you sound really gross and nasty, and then you wash it down with like a nice, cool, refreshing glass of like iced tea or a lemonade or something like that. Watching SmackDown left like a really bad taste in my mouth. Kind of made it seem like the whole goal of the show was to make me not like professional wrestling. Sorry for talking with my mouth full. And then I watched AEW, and it was just such a refreshing because this is just their weekly show. It's all both their weekly show, but it's just man, it was such a great. I didn't watch Jericho's match. You guys should know what's going on with Jericho. If you care anything about what I'm doing, then you probably watch wrestling news already. You already know what's going on with Jericho. I'm not gonna talk about it. Anthony Henry versus Penta was amazing. The name Workhorsemen is so perfect for their tag team. So perfect for their tag team. Because no matter what match you see JD Drake in or Anthony Henry in, they always put an amazing performance. I would definitely say my favorite outing of the Workhorsemen was when they came out with Shane Taylor. Like seeing like JD Drake and Anthony Henry come out to I'm a Lion in the Jungle with Shane Taylor, like they look so confident, so like powerful versus like their own theme music. I've never seen Anthony Henry in a bad match. I just haven't. Even when he loses, like he puts on an amazing performance. Part of this is you are working. Part of this is just your job. And again, you can have extremely competitive matchups, even if one person has to win. And this was a perfect example of that. Statlander versus Queen Aminata. Hey man, I just got done telling you in the SmackDown video, all these other videos. I feel like anytime I see a black wrestler on AEW or WWE, I always expect them to job out to the white person. So like this was no different. I guess it was pretty good for like a women's match. It was a good match. Like don't get me wrong, but I just Trish Adora, Queen Adam Aminata, the Infantry, Hit Row. All these people deserve the Swerve Strickland treatment. They're not Swerve. Swerve is the greatest, but I don't. It just breaks my heart. Now the main event, I feel like they watched Akoma's like show about Jeff Hardy. I feel like Jeff Hardy took that some type of way because Jeff Hardy was moving at a whole different level this go around. Match for match, move for move, they had each other, and it's like any possible option that the other person had, they had a counter for. And it was amazing because Allen and Hardy are both high flying wrestlers. And it's just like kind of I just made this reference in the last video, but with Alex Kane and Davey Boy Smith, both are like Greco catch as catch can wrestlers, and just move for move, hold for hold. But it's like no matter what spot they had, there was a counter for it. I think for a second. This is pretty quick so far. I just I kept thinking about the idea of like Jeff Hardy losing a step, Jeff Hardy not having it all there, how much Matt Hardy defends everything Jeff Hardy does. That's his brother. It's what he's supposed to do. It's his baby brother too. That's really what he's supposed to do. But man, this is a great fucking match. This is what I meant by you had that nasty ass drink in your mouth and that nasty ass food in your mouth, and you have to just wash it down with something good. That was impactful. That was super impactful. Super impactful. And at the very end of this, you know, I feel like Jeff Hardy's going heel. And what I really wanted to discuss and talk about with this was that I hype up TNA a lot because in my earliest days of enjoying professional wrestling, I always knew like I love what is going on, but I know that WWE is not the best. And then I started seeing TNA on demand and shit like that, and then I got to start seeing it weekly. When they do like pay per views and whatnot. Well, like, one came before the other. Pay per views on demand came first, and then I got to see them like weekly. Kind of like when I was living with my dad, I would see like New Japan Pro Wrestling like on his television because like one of the channels was in New Japan Pro Wrestling when Chris Jericho was the Painmaker, and I got to see Chris Jericho versus Okada and things like that. I got to see Kenny Omega versus Okada, like on my dad's TV. There's like these kind of early memories of professional wrestling. And this just reminded me of when Jeff Hardy was TNA champion, TNA heavyweight champion at that. And he did an amazing, phenomenal job. I don't believe two things came at once. I believe when he actually was the champion, he was sober and there were no like drug discrepancies going on there. But every match he put on phenomenal. His run in TNA was phenomenal. And I really see Jeff Hardy trying to redeem his last days of being a professional wrestler. Because even if Matt is almost done, Jeff has had a very solid singles run for quite a long time. And it wasn't like he was necessarily underutilized on WWE. He just got tired of the bullshit and walked away because he was Jeff Hardy. And it was a huge statement because being Jeff Hardy was more important than being a WWE superstar. And most people don't have that in their life. If I was Jeff Hardy, I would have been pretty pissed off with how WWE was utilizing me too. And it seemed like they were purposely trying to destroy Jeff's legacy and purposely try to control it just like they did the Ultimate Warrior. Just to make some money off of it later. Like, let's make some money off of your tragedy. And I don't think that. I really see Jeff Hardy maybe not becoming. There seems to be like the main heavyweight division in AEW where all the top guys kind of congregate out there. The TNA, the T and T belt, and the TBS belt seem to be there for developing talent, up and comer talent. That's kind of like the intercontinental whatnot. And then there's like the lower weight. I could see Jeff Hardy holding some gold. I would even not mind seeing Jeff Hardy go to ROH and really show up on ROH. I think any rumor of Jeff Hardy missing a step or being too old for this or needing to retire is out. But I feel like Jeff was a little pissed because they were having like this great high flying counters match, and then Darby Allen started wrestling on him. Not even like he didn't even hit the Last Supper. He just flipped over him. I'm pretty pissed off too. These fish fries are good as hell. This fish fries are delicious. This is your least favorite episode. I apologize because I'm eating, but man, I'm so hungry right now. And I just got done watching this episode. I'm like, this is literally like it. I was gonna say less than 12 minutes, but like literally like 10 minutes ago, I got done watching it. So saw SmackDown. For SmackDown, I recorded a TNA video. This is a part-time job, man. I gotta eat. I gotta eat. All right, so I'm done. I'm gonna get off the camera so I can eat my food in peace. Peace. This is World War Wrestling.